Peace be unto all of you families, to my warriors. Peace be unto all of you. So somebody suggested in the comments that I should refrain from saying good morning because we're not mourning anybody. I thought it was really funny. And come to think about it, I mean, it makes sense, good morning. Like, who are we mourning? But to me, I believe in energy, it's the energy behind it. It's just like praying for the best, but you wishing for the worst. Yes, you just put the word out there, but the energy is wishing for for the worst. So you are going to get the worst. But either way, I always say I'm here to learn. On that note, I would take that advice. So I'm not going to say good morning, but I believe I can say good afternoon because we're not mourning anybody. So good afternoon, good evening, and above all, peace be unto you all. Welcome to my new subscribers. This is a positive family. Everybody's welcome. Christian, Muslims, Buddhists, whatever your belief system is, you welcome. I want you to feel welcome. Come in. Let's learn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know it all. I'm only sharing what I know. Thank you to all my new subscribers, and above all, thank you to all my subscribers, because I'm not doing this by myself. It's you guys, okay? Y'all the ones that is helping push this message out there. Y'all the reason why I'm able to hit 2K. I'm really grateful. I didn't know that it was gonna come that fast or that quick, but I am grateful, and I know the power of the divine, the power of the source, the universe is behind me and is pushing this message. Well, technically, the power is using you all to spread this message. On that note, I am super grateful. Today's video, if I end up crying, forgive me. I don't know if I'm gonna cry or not, but this video is gonna be about a fight. I had a fight with God. That was way before I became conscious. This was 2017 when I was going through my little madness, you could say. So to those of you that don't know, my name is Princess, which is actually my nickname. That was given to me when I was young. But very soon y'all gonna know my real name. Well, some of you know my real name. Those of you that I went to school with, y'all know my name. And do not put it out there. But yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Princess. Originally from West Africa, Ghana, but I live in New York City. So I moved to New York at the age of 15. I'm in my early 30s. Yeah, I look young, but yeah. And I know you might be wondering what is here. I had a little pimples. Female, getting to the end of the month, you get a little, and I don't like stuff in my face. I like my face smooth and shiny. So scratching a little bit, in case you might be wondering, yeah. So yes, I came to America at the age of 15. I'm in my early 30s. And when I came here, I used to live in Queens. I've lived in Jamaica, Queens. I've lived in Forest Hills. I've lived in Brooklyn. I've lived in Manhattan. And now I'm in the Bronx. The only place I ain't live yet is Harlem. But I don't know if I will ever live there. But yeah, just a little about me. Yeah, so when I came here at the age of 15, I was in school, high school, of course. I was given my social security, my work permit, so I could work, So my mom left. When my mom left, I was 18 going on 19. I was in upstate in school. I was studying to become medical assistant. And so when she left, I didn't even see her. It was just a phone call like, hey, I'm getting ready to go to the airport, la, 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 la. And it was like, all right, cool. So, after, let's say, 19, 20, I put in my application, my forms to get my papers. Those of you that don't know, because some of you are born here, so y'all don't know what papers is. You need your papers to be legal in the state to be able to travel and come back. You know what I'm saying? So I had to put my papers in so I could get it. I know some people get married and they get it through if you marry a citizen, the person could file for you and you could get your papers. But I didn't do that. Yeah, I've been married before. I'm divorced. Yes, I know I'm in my early 30s, but I told you I've been through a lot. I've been engaged twice, married. I'm a mom, but I'm divorced. Okay, so yeah. So yes, I did put my application in, and I prayed, I fast, I did everything, and 5 years went by, no response. 6 years, 7 years, it was just going. Time kept going, and my whole the whole thing was to go back home and see my grandmother, who is my mama. Like, I wanted to see her so bad, right? But I could go, but I can't come back. So in order for me to be able to travel and then come back again, I would have to get my papers. And my friends that have put their application after me, they all had the call. They went and got their stuff, and it's like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's been 10 years. Then from 10 years, it went to 11 years, and it went to 12 years. It just kept going and it kept going and kept going. So yes, I got my papers after over 10 years, over 11 years. It took a long time. And I would cry and I would pray, and I was like, please God, keep my mama, just keep her, just so I could go and see her. Because some days I'll get a phone call that she's sick. She had a stroke. She got better. And I was so grateful, because I'm like, please God, just keep her strong. Just let me go see. Just let me see her face. Before, if you're gonna take her, just let me see her. So I would pray. That time I was a Muslim, so I would pray 5 times a day, like, especially when it's Ramadan. That's the only time I really pray. I'll pray 5 times. I will fast, and I would just look up to the sky, and I will pray, and I'm like, please God, keep her safe. I just want to go see her. I ain't seen her since at the age of 15. I need to see her. She needs to see who I've become, the woman I've become. And one day I got a phone call that my application has been accepted after years. This is over 10 years I'm talking about. Over 11 years, over 12, over 13. It took me a long time. So I got a phone call. Application got accepted. Everything was fine. I got my papers. I called my grandmother, aka my mom. I called her. She was the first person I called. I said, Mama, I got my papers. She was like, Alhamdulillah. By the way, my family, 99.99% are Muslims, and the little tiny percent is Christians, right? So when I called, and she died as a Muslim. So when I called, I said, Mama, I got my papers. I'm coming home. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll see you in the summer. I got my papers in, let me see, January, February, March, April. I got it in April. Yeah, I got my papers in April. So I called her. I was like, Mama, I'm going to see you this summer. I'm going to see you in the summer, okay? Because usually I would take summer school just so I could. I was in college. Well, I'm still in college. I took a pause, but I would take summer classes just so I could, hurry up and graduate. So I was like, Mama, I'm not taking summer classes. I'm coming to see you. Just hold on. So on the phone, she was like, you got your papers? I'm like, yeah, I got my papers. She was like, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Because I could just picture her, but over the phone, she's like, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. And I do, tears are just running down my face. And it's like, finally, I get to see this lady. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't wait for her to see my son, who is her great-grandson. I couldn't wait. And then April, May, June, July, I got a phone call. I got a phone call that she has crossed over, transition, dead, whatever you wanna put it. She was gone. And the funny thing is, I had went out. Me and my friends, I went to the club, so drinking a little, having fun a little bit. But the moment I got that phone call, I felt sober. I felt like the alcohol just left my system. I felt sober. So I'm in the car with my friends, my two brothers. I got a phone call. My aunt called me crying like, yo, she's gone. I was like, okay. And mind you, anybody that knows me, you gotta hear about my grandmother. Like, I have a mother, my birth mother. She lives in Germany, but she didn't raise me. So, people that are really close to me, people that know me, it's always my grandmother, my grandmother, my grandmother. So I hang up, and I told my two brothers, I said, yo, my grandmother is dead, yo. Just like that, I was like, yo, my grandmom is dead. And everybody kept quiet in the car. They were like, what? Your grandmother is dead? I was like, yeah. The one that you just about to go see? I was like, yeah. The one that you talk about all the time? I'm like, yeah. And everybody just kept quiet. Because, what are you going to tell me? I'm going to be there for you. If you need help, call me. Like, are you okay? Because they just left me alone. So, it was like 3 a.m. when I got a phone call. So the next day, I had to call the rest of the family, let them know, like, this is what is going on. And I'm just crying over the phone. I'm crying. I'm sitting on the bed crying. And then my son, he was 2 years that time, he's like, Mommy, why are you crying? I said, your great-grandmother is dead. But, he didn't understand. And he went and called his father. So his father came in and he was like, why are you crying? I said, my mama is dead. And then he looked at me. He was like, whew. He was like, what? The one that you just about to go see? I was like, yeah. He kept quiet and he just walked away. Because what can you do? You can't do anything. So, I was kind of the strong one. I'm not going to say I'm the strongest, but, my aunt, that's her mother, and she hadn't seen her in like 20 years. So she was going through it too. She would call me, she would cry. Everybody would call crying, and it was like, I was just absorbing all that energy, and I was just like, it's okay, she's in a good place. But then when it finally hit me, whew, you know how they say when the strongest person breaks down? It's like, you know how you don't want to see your mom break down because she breaks you? I was just broken. I got angry at God. I was cursing at God. I was like, who the F you think you is? You not real. You're not even there. You don't even care about us. You watch little kids get molested. You watch people get abused. You watch people take other people's life and you don't do nothing. I came in here when I was a kid and I have prayed to you. I have prayed to you. And all I ever asked you was just let me get my papers so I could see her. That's all I ever asked. And then you gave it to me after so long. I've been waiting for so long. And when you finally gave it to me, you took her away. Like, I was so mad. I was so mad. If I could see God like eye to eye, I would have just beat the living hell out of him. That was the level that I was, man. I was cursing. F you. Stupid. Crazy. Like, I had really, like, I'm just looking up and I'm just talking and moving, like, you know what I'm saying? But knowing what I know now, when I look back at it, sometimes it makes me laugh because now I could feel like my angels, my guides, even my grandmother herself. She was like, calm down, I'm right here. I'm not gone. I just don't have a body, but I'm right here. I'm a spirit. And I could feel like now when I look back and I live that moment, I could feel like my guides and my angel were like, Princess, calm down. This is for your own good. Like, you cannot be talking like that. And then I could feel the creator, the divine, telling them, leave her alone. She needs to let this pain out. She needs to let it out. She been holding on to too much. She needs to let. That's just how I felt. Like me going visiting that moment again. That's just how I feel. The Creator, the Divine, was trying to tell my grandmother, my spirit guides, my ancestors, whoever that's working on my behalf, like, y'all need to calm down. She needs to let this out. She needs to vent. And I didn't have any desire going back home. I didn't want to, because I wanted to just go see her. You know, I watched my grandmother sell her clothes to put, whenever there's no money at home, I'll see her go into her stuff, take some clothes, put it in a plastic bag, go out there, sell it, bring money home and feed us. And one time I asked her, I said, why are you selling your clothes? And she would say, don't worry, I have a lot of clothes. And when you get older and you start working and you're making money, you're going to buy me new ones. You know, but this is going to go out of style. You're going to buy me new ones. You know, and even though, like, I would send her money, it's still, I just wanted her to see me, you know? Like, I wanted her to see the woman that I've become. I wanted her to see my son. And I feel like that was taken away from me. So yes, I lost it. I did. I feel like I'm the only person that literally had to fight with God. I always say that to myself. I'm like, damn, I had to go through all of this just to be where I am today. And I went back. And you know, she was a Muslim, so they buried her. She died early in the morning, like I think 2 or 3 in the morning. And in the morning, they went and buried her. And I only seen the video of her just laying there. And you know, in Islam, they don't put clothes on you. They just wrap you with a white cloth. That's it. So just watching the video on my phone, it changed me, yo. It made me realize that we work so hard for a lot of things in life that we don't even need. A lot of things. Because my grandmother's house is, I believe, it's like 8-10 bedrooms. She didn't even take one room with her. Not even a pillow. Not even nothing. Not even a shirt. Nothing. Not even her clothing. Nothing. It was just her and the impact that she had on society. So I went home 2018 for her 1-year anniversary. And when I went home, there was so much emotions going on. But you know, as African, maybe this generation, we changing stuff. But the older ones, like my mom and my aunts, they don't understand that everybody grieve different. You know, so when I went home, this person will call me and say this person will call me and say that. And you don't talk back at your elders. When you do, that's disrespect. But it just got to the point where it was just too much. Everybody was just telling me what to do, and I just went off. I was like, don't nobody call me. That's when the American side of me came out. Don't nobody call me and tell me what to do, la 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 la. And I was like, don't nobody call me. I don't want to talk to nobody. If you ain't here, then don't call me and tell me what to do. Because, I just went off. And then my uncle came in and he was like, just don't listen to them. Just listen, but don't pay them attention because they're not here. And I just broke down. So the day of her anniversary, we went to in Ghana we say the graveyard, but that's the cemetery. We went there and, you know, they said the prayer, the imams, the malams, you could say the pastors. They were praying, I was recording, right? Mind you, I was okay. I was fine. When it was done, my uncle said, let's go. Because the car was parked right in front of right there. So my uncle was like, let's go. And I stopped the video and I touched her, what you call that thing? Her, what's the name? I just forgot. But anyway, y'all know what I mean. I just touched her thing. And I was like, Mama, I'm leaving. So when I touched it, Right? The moment I touched, I said, Mama, I'm leaving. I don't know what came over me. I don't know what went inside of me. I just broke down. I cried, y'all. I cried so much that my uncle couldn't even stand. He just walked away. I seen, because in Africa they always say men don't cry, men don't cry, and I saw in his eyes like he was so sad. But of course he's a man. He didn't want me to see him crying, so he just walked off. He walked away, and I cried, y'all. I cried. I cried. Let me tell you something. You know you've cried when you do. That's when you know you've cried. I cried. Losing my mama have left this empty space in my heart, and I don't care what nobody says. That space is always gonna be there. I know my video is getting too long. I'm just gonna end it here, and maybe in one of my videos I will share with you guys my past life regression. I'll share with you guys how I was able to overcome my addiction with alcohol and smoking, and I didn't mean to cry. It's just my grandmother is like the man. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and thank you for sharing. But I'm gonna tell you something. There are no accidents. Everything happens for a reason. She needed to go. Just like she told me, she said, through my past life regression, when I connected with her, she said, you understand that it was time for me to go, but you don't really understand. And I'm not going to tell you, because the answer is right inside of you. At the right time, it will all make sense. You will finally get why I needed to leave. I'm not gone. I just don't have a body. I'm right with you. I'm a spirit. I'm an energy. And one day when it's time for you to leave this body, I will come in and welcome you. So if you're watching this video, I want you to know that whatever you're going through, whoever you've lost, your kids, your spouses, your parents, they are with you. Take it from me. You don't have to believe me, but they are with you. They are. We just don't see them. But they are. Most of the times I feel her when she comes around. Sometimes I'll feel her. Sometimes I will laugh. I'm like, hey, Mama, I know you here. Some days too, I'll just break down. So I didn't mean to cry. It's just that sometimes it happens, There are no accidents. Everything happens for a reason. And I needed to go through all of that. I needed to fight with God just so I could get the strength to be here today to share my story with you. You're not alone. You're not. Sometimes you need to vent. Thank you for taking time out to watch my videos. I love you for supporting this channel. I love you for your comments. I love everything that you guys is doing for this channel. And please, stop being a selective listener. Pay attention. Sky Daddy, Father in the heaven is the same thing. Don't be offended, okay? Don't. By the way, I still appreciate you and I still love you. No matter what your belief system is, I do. And that comes from deep inside of me. That comes from within me. That comes from the divine that is inside of me. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful day. And just know that you are strong. You are perfect. You are amazing. You are. It don't matter which side of the coin that you're playing. It doesn't matter which side of the fence that you find yourself. You are still strong and you're powerful. You might be doing what is right for you. Maybe we might not see it that way, but maybe that's what you also came here for. On that note, I'm going to leave you here with some peace, some love, and please hold on to yourself and hug. Love unto yourself. Love this body. Love this body. Because one day you will appreciate it. Trust me, you will. If my grandmother could get back into her body and shake me and be like, I'm right here, I would love that. But guess what? She can't. Once you leave, you leave. Have a blessed day, okay? And African kisses for you. Kiss on yourself. You deserve it. You are beautiful. You powerful. You handsome. You are amazing. One love.